So today we're going to talk about the new OpenAI agent builder, but not in the same way that you've seen so far. And everyone's saying that OpenAI just killed NA10 with it, but I just don't buy it. They're doing a one-on-one comparison with NA10. They're saying it's changing everything, or saying again that it's the Zapier killer. Yeah, no. And if you're trying to replace NA10 or Zapier with this new tool, or even just use it alongside of it, you're in for a big disappointment. And I've been testing this tool quite a bit, pushing it to its limits, and it seems to be that everyone's going the wrong way about it. So I want to show you exactly how to look at this new tool and who this is really for. As a quick context, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the new agent builder that OpenAI put out, and it's very much a node-based visual way to build workflows. And as soon as it came out, people were trying to recreate the exact same automations that they used to build in NA10, Zapier, or Make.com. And essentially, everyone was trying to use it as a clone of those other automation tools. And quickly, when I started to use it, I got the feeling that it's just not what this tool was built for. Now, obviously, I wasn't the first one to realize this. And when some other did, what they did instead was to try to use it alongside those other automation tools. So they would pull out this MCP node, which essentially allows you to add a bunch more connections that is possibly natively right now in the app. And they would use the Zapier MCP server, which would give you access to 8,000 other apps. And again, trying to use Zapier alongside this new tool to be able to create workflows and automations. But that's really what prompted my first question, which is why even use this at all? If you're going to connect it to Zapier and build essentially the same automation that you could in Zapier to start with, why even use this new tool? And the short answer is essentially what I told you earlier, which is this is just not what this tool was built for. And if you're just a small business owner or just trying to implement some automation in your business, this is not the tool for you. But let me prove it to you and tell you exactly how you can still get the most out of it. And let me start by saying this. This agent builder was built by developers for developers. It was built for them to prototype AI agents, workflows, and then implement them inside of their apps. It wasn't built to use as an automation tool in your browser to try to automate part of your business. It's just not what this is for. And if you look at the UI, if you actually look at the tool with this perspective, you will understand what I'm talking about. First of all, I'm just going to remove this. First of all, you can see the trigger is only a manual trigger, which is never something you're going to have in an actual automation tool. And when you're trying to set up something, you'll see that it's something very tech unfriendly for beginners. So you're going to see, different types of data, which are things that are going to be very alien to most people not dealing with this kind of technology. For people that are not developers, and again, that's because it wasn't made for them. It was made for developers, and this is the language that they use. So I can't even build a real automation because the only trigger is manual. I can't really use any nodes the way that you would with any actual automation tool. And if I was trying to do any of those things, using Zapier or NA10 or Make would be a lot easier. But if I'm a developer trying to build a prototype for an AI agent, and then I would just grab the code and implement this in my own app, then it makes sense. Then I can actually have a use for this tool, and this visual workflow, modular, node-based workflow is something that is actually appealing. Okay, so now that we've established what this tool is for, what it's not, and how to actually use it, where does that leave us? And here is my personal opinion. I think this is just the first version of that tool. And what's going to be happening is that in the future, you will be able to call those AI agents directly inside of ChatGPT. So to me, this looks a lot closer to sort of a custom GPT 2.0 for the average user. And once you build those, you'll be able to directly in ChatGPT just add, and the name of your workflow or your AI agent, and then use it directly inside of ChatGPT. And that way, it would be actually a lot more functional for beginner user. Right now, it's just the first version, so probably just for developers. But as they improve it and make it more accessible, I think this is going to be something that the average user will be able to use directly in ChatGPT and get the most out of it. Because right now, if you create a custom GPT, there's definitely a few things you can do that can be somewhat advanced, but this sort of UI and way to build a custom GPT will be a lot more flexible, a lot more advanced. But that's just my take on it. Let me know what you think in the comment. If you've actually found any useful way to use this on a daily basis. If you're not a developer, then just let me know. And if you want to start learning AI automation skills that you can actually start implementing today, then go ahead and watch this next video right here. Or if you just want to keep updated with all of this and how to implement this in your business, then go ahead and subscribe to my free newsletter. That's going to be in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.